How's it going, everybody? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Nike Air Max 90 Quick Strike Laser in the Summit White and Natural colorway. So I didn't hear too much about this shoe leading up to its release. They dropped on April 23rd on the Nike Sneakers Canadian website for a price of 260 Canadian dollars, but for some reason when I was doing the research, most of the sneaker blogs stated that this would be 150 USD. So I don't know if the Nike Canadian website charged too much for this, or if just the sneaker blogs got it wrong, but 150 US to 260 Canadian is a pretty big price gap. Regardless though, the official colorway for this shoe is Natural and Summit White, and unlike your traditional Air Max 90s, these actually come in this black-based shelf-style Nike box. And inside the box, there's special paper as well, which has this wood grain pattern to it. So these Air Max 90s, I gotta say, are really unique. This is done pretty much in this one-piece upper, and it's constructed out of a very soft leather, and it almost has the feel of suede. So the main selling point about this shoe is that it features this lasered out graphic all throughout, which mimics the look of wood grain while still paying homage to the classic look of the Air Max 90. So on the toe box, you can see there's this intricate lasered out pattern to it, but they still draw out the outline of the mudguard, which surrounds the outer edge of the toe box. Moving downwards, they've lasered out the eye stays of the shoe, both the bottom and the top, and in the middle they've left where the swoosh normally is empty. So the mudguard design runs down the entire length of the shoe, and we have this Air Max branding towards the back end, and you'll see that the design of the lateral side of the mudguard is different than the design of the medial side. On the back heel for this area, they've actually stitched on a separate piece of leather, but again they've lasered out Nike Air and the swoosh in the center. For the laces, these come with these flat wax laces in white, but they come with these wooden lace tips with a lasered out Nike swoosh, which adds to the whole premium feel of this shoe. Underneath this, we have this leather tongue, which again is constructed out of that same super soft leather. And they've lasered out the square tag at the top with Nike Air Max branding. The back side of the tongue and the inner liner of the shoe is completely lined in this super soft, pinkish colored leather. And unlike the exterior, which kind of has a bit of a rougher, suede-like texture to it, the leather on the interior feels much silkier and smoother. Pulling up the insoles, these come with your standard Air Max 90 insole. However, the top of the insole is completely lined in leather, and we have Nike Air branding lasered out on the heel. So the upper of these Air Max 90s sits atop this foam midsole, which is entirely left in white. Underneath the heel, we have this cutout, which reveals the Air Max unit that's found within the midsole. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here you have your classic Air Max 90 outsole. However, in this case, this is entirely done in this milky rubber finish, and the simplicity of the outsole and the midsole really lets the details of the upper shine. So for those wondering how these fit, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I got these in a size 10, and overall they fit me perfectly. Next up, in terms of the comfort, overall this was a really comfortable shoe. I don't know if the foam that they use is your standard polyurethane, but it definitely was noticeably softer than usual, so the on-foot feeling on this shoe was super soft and really plush. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship on this pair, from a material quality standpoint, it was top notch. Like I mentioned earlier, the materials used on the upper, the leather was super soft and buttery, and all the other details like the leather used on the inner liner, the wax laces, the wooden lace tips, all that was really nice. However, my pair was a little bit flawed in the fact that my right foot came pre-creased, so that was kind of annoying. I don't know if it was just a factory issue or what, but ideally I would have gotten two perfect shoes, but it is what it is. With all that being said now, let's lace up these laser Air Max 90s and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. All in all, this is a very sophisticated and elevated take on your normal Air Max 90. It almost feels like this should be displayed on a shelf somewhere. It kind of reminds me more of like an art piece or like a sculpture of some kind as opposed to a shoe that I'd actually wear. Like I mentioned from the start, I haven't really heard too much about this shoe, so I don't know if there's going to be a wider release down the road. And even here in Canada, although they dropped on our Nike sneakers website, I haven't seen any other boutiques or any other stores mention it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Laser Air Max 90 Quick Strike. And is this a shoe that you guys would cop? And if it is this something you would wear or just more of a display piece? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram at esco8. Check out my Twitter at sean.go. And visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.